All right, worksheet 3, still, number 12. It has an x squared and a y squared, so it's not a parabola. They're both positive, so it's not a hyperbola. And they're different, so it is an ellipse. Wait a minute. I see a trick on this one that we can do first before we do anything else that would make our life a little easier for number 12. Let's divide everybody by 4, and that way this is going to get a lot easier. You would still get to the same thing if you don't divide by 4. You just be dealing with bigger numbers the whole way through. So let's see if I can divide by 4 and rearrange things all at once. So 4y squared minus 32y plus x squared plus 16x equals 16. I think I did that right. Divide by 4 and rearrange all in one step. Aren't you proud of me?
Yeah.
Thanks. All right, let's factor out the 4 because I can't half it, square it, add it until I have just the y squared. So half of negative 8 is negative 4. Square that, I get 16. But that really means I added 64 to both sides because of the 4 that was out front here. For the x stuff, let's see, x squared plus 16x. Half of 16 is 8. 8 squared is 64. Just thinking this is, making sure I did this right because this is not going to be pretty. Okay, but I think that's right. So 4 times y minus 4 squared plus x plus 8 squared equals 64, and 64 is 128 plus 16 is 144. Oh, what do you know? They've made it work out nice after all. So I'll divide everybody by 144. And the 4 and the 144 reduce to 36. So y minus 4 squared over 36 plus x plus 8 squared over 144 equals 1. That's really good news because all of those are perfect squares, so I can find everything pretty easily. So my center's at negative 8, 4. This one's probably going to go off the graph a little bit, or a lot actually. That's okay. So I need to go left 8. So from negative 8, if I go left 8, that puts me at negative 16, 4. If I go right 8, it puts me at 0, 4. And then I need to go up and down 6. So if I go up 6, that's negative 8, 10. If I go down 6, it's negative 8, negative 2. I did that in a slightly different order than I usually do. Sometimes I put all the vertices on and then go write their points. Other times I did what I just did was sort of write the vertices as I'm plotting the points. Whichever way kind of makes more sense to you. All right, big ellipse, but I'm ready to sketch it in here. It's definitely egg-like, but that's okay. It's an ellipse. Foci I get from c squared equals a squared minus b squared, because it's the opposite sign from the main equation. So 144 minus 36 would be 108. And am I going to go left and right square root of 108, or up and down square root of 108? Wait a minute, I did something wrong here. I was supposed to go sideways 12. How I caught that mistake is the square root of 108 is more than 10, and that would have put my foci outside the ellipse, so I knew something was wrong. So my foci are right, but these vertices are not right, because I needed to go left and right 12, and I only went 8. This is why we do math in pencil, not pen. Or why we have whiteout handy. Because I did the wrong thing on the, I was supposed to go left and right 12. And I only went 8 for some reason. So that messes up my vertices, graphing, and listing. And again, I caught that because C is a little bit more than 10, and that would have put my foci outside of my ellipse, and that's when I knew that I did something wrong. Wish I could say I did that on purpose, but I didn't. So left and right square root of 108, that means I'll adjust the x coordinate. And then I need to go back and change my vertices to be 4, 4, and negative 24. Wow, that's way out there. Again, I wish I could claim I did that on purpose. I didn't. But it's one of those things, there's so much information, and if you understand how it works together, you can catch your mistakes, because for this one, the foci was going outside the ellipse. I knew that wasn't right. And so occasionally you can catch a mistake because it just doesn't fit what you know to be true of ellipses or hyperbolas or circles. And so it's one of those things, the more you know, the better it gets, because you can make sure it all kind of fits together.